time, what do you usually do?
Or rest, and or I go and ride in my motorcycle.
A motorcycle,
Mhm.
that's interesting. Do you play any sport?
Not anymore. I don't have too much time for that, so mainly is I go and ride in my motorcycle on my free time
And
when there is energy.
okay. And what motorcycle do you have?
I have a Yamaha 1000cc. It's a street bike.
And do you have do you do any activities about the job? Any activities sin tomar en cuenta el trabajo?
Sin tomar en cuenta,
Sí.
dices.
Sí, o sea, algo más que le guste hacer.
Well, I enjoy a lot the cultural events. I like to go to concerts, I like to go to theaters. The problem is that in Quito there's not much of that, so I usually, when I travel abroad in countries where there is the chance of doing this, yes, I go.
What concert do you go?
For example, when I go to Argentina, I always go to the theater, always. And it depends where the shows are. Like once I saw Madonna in Colombia. I went the other time to see also Paul McCartney in Bogota. I don't remember who I saw in Lima, but every time I'm in a country and there is an event, I get a chance, and I go to these events.
Okay, do you like to go to museums in other countries?
I went already to the museum, so I that's a thing I didn't do anymore for many times. I have to travel to France, something like between 4 and 6 times a year. So if I go to France and to Paris, I always go to a museum because there are so many, and they change so frequently that I go to the museums.
Okay. And in this moment, where do you live?
I live here in Quito.
In Quito.
On the weekends, I'm in Quito.
Is that a good place to live?
Yeah, not only it's because it's a good place to live, but also my father is here and my kids are here. So that's a very important thing, to have a family life more than living in a place. The place doesn't make your home. It's the people that make your home.
And what is your opinion about the security here in Quito?
Well, I think every big city has a security issue, and Quito is not out of that rule. But if you compare Ecuador to other developed countries, capitals, maybe you can feel more the security problems in Quito. If you will compare the security issues of Quito with other cities in the area, well, Bogota is the same thing. Caracas is, I think you feel it much more because, for example, in Caracas, at night you don't see people walking in the street. That's something that you don't see anymore. And every time that I have the chance to go to Caracas, I see less cars circulating at night than before. And that's because the kidnaps and the robberies are much more. Quito has a security problem, and we know because people who live here, we see the security problems, and you hear about robberies in houses and robberies in the buses and robberies in the street or kidnappings. But if you compare, for example, Caracas to Quito, Quito is much more secure. If you compare Quito to Bogota, for example, in Bogota you always see police in the street, always. It doesn't matter the time. When you go out, you can feel the presence of the law. Even though security issues may be the same as Quito. But you cannot compare Quito, that is a city of 2 million inhabitants, with Bogota that has 9 plus the surrounding that is 10 million people. If you compare Quito to Lima, for example, in Lima you also see police at night very frequently. In Lima you can go out in certain areas of the city at night with security, that nothing is going to happen. So I think that the problem in Quito is not a specific problem of Quito. It's a problem of modern cities, and the fact that there is now there is a percentage of unemployment also provokes that for neat reasons that has no explanation or no justification, there is more insecurity problems.